Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game. the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, folks. Just in time for the national anthem here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. But we've got Snider High School football against Southside tonight here at Spooler Stadium. Snider coming into this game at 3-0 on the season. Southside coming into this game at 0-3 on the year. Southside coming off a tough game last week. They had to take on Bishop Dellinger, so they're now going through the gauntlet as they get set to take on the Panthers of Snider. 3-0 on the season. Panthers celebrating 55 years of high school football, and it's been a very successful 55 years. They've won 2 state championships in that time span. Kurt Tippmann won one of those back in 2015. Russ Isaacs was the other state championship head coach for Snider. In fact, that Snider state championship was the same year as Bishop Dellinger won state in 2015, those teams being in different classes. Well, in a moment, we will get you a word from our sponsors. Again, this is a SAC matchup between the Southside Archers and the Snider Panthers here on SummitCitySports.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to check out our YouTube channel as well. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group, with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Acme Bar and Grill is located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana at 46805. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Tom Steele has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been consistently serving food since 1973. Their recipes use only the best fresh ingredients. They are family-owned, and they pride themselves on great quality. For more information, go to elaztecarestaurant.com. That's elaztecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business so that you can count on them to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. And many thanks to our sponsors who allow us to come out and do these high school football games here on SummitCitySports.com. Well, for Southside, I mentioned they had the game against Bishop Dwenger last week. They lost that one 54-6. Gave up over 300 yards on the ground. And this Snider team, they've got some great running backs of their own. Lenny Bennett leads the way in rushing with over 300 yards, but Chance Collier and Cameron Trotter have gotten plenty of opportunities to run with the football as well, and likely will get opportunities to run with the football as the season goes on a very consistent basis. We're just moments away from kickoff here at Spooler Stadium. In the meantime, we will come back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Welcome back, everybody. It is almost time for football. We are about 5 minutes away from the kickoff here at Spooler Stadium in this game between the Snider Panthers and the Southside Archers. Now, I did Southside's game as the Panthers run out of the banner onto their home field at Spooler Stadium. Now, they're coming off a game against Concordia where they won 38-7. They took the opening kick, they took a punt return for a touchdown back. Alonzo Derrick did that. And that was essentially what set the tone. Now, Concordia was in it for a good portion of the game, but Snider pulled away as the game went on. I did Southside's game against Concordia earlier this year, and they got a lot of backs involved. They fought, scrapped and clawed their way there in the first half, but it was in the second half where Concordia started to pull away. Snider's biggest test of the season so far has been against Carroll. More on that in a moment as Southside prepares to run out onto the field as their band awaits them. Southside is coached by Roosevelt Norfleet. He's in his 6th year as head coach. Mentioned his Archers used multiple backs in the game against Concordia earlier this season. That was back in week 1. Dylan Jackson, Manny Knight got bulk of the carries in that particular game. They were able to create some opportunities early in the game for Demir Clark to complete some quick hitters on rollouts, on play-action type passes. Now, as I say that, this is a Southside team that runs a kind of a hybrid of the spread and the wing T. Now, the wing T is a very run-heavy offense, but they do pass it a little bit. I used to work in Minnesota where there were a couple of teams that ran the wing T, and it was pretty much all running for those particular teams. And speaking of the run game, you'll see the Snider team run the ball quite a bit. And now here come the Archers out onto the field. That's DeAndre Coach. He was another one of those backs that got a good bunch of carries in the game against Concordia. And there they go across the field to the visiting sideline. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First, offensively for Southside, Demir Clark is the starting quarterback with Manny Knight getting the start at running back. At receiver, they've got Devontae Alford, Javarius Jones, and Trevor Hapner. DeAndre Coach is the fullback. On the offensive line, Jeremiah Powell starting at left tackle. It would have been Kyle Caudell getting the start tonight, but he is out with an injury, so Powell gets the start. Tremel Early gets the start at left guard. Devon Hubbard gets the start at center. Fred Starks at right guard. And I believe it will be Sebastian Benzinger getting the start at right tackle. Defensively for the Panthers, Reese Thomas gets the start at defensive end with Jalen Wiggins and Janini Belizaire as the defensive tackles. The opposite defensive end is Isaiah Maxwell. The linebackers are Kayvon Spencer, Nick Peasley, Cameron Miller, and Donovan Ely. In the secondary, the corners are Jay-Sean Underwood and Tavarius Jones. Brock Widman is the free safety. And we've had the coin toss. Snider has won the toss. They have deferred. So Snider will kick it off to the Southside Archers to start things out. So we will see that Southside offense early on in the game. And meanwhile, the offensive starters for Snider and the defensive starters for Southside. Starting at quarterback for Snider is John Barnes Jr. Lenny Bennett starts at running back. Dylan Duff, Alonzo Derrick, and Drew Sims are the wide receivers. Jermaine Wells is the tight end. Actually, J.D. Wells is what he goes by. At offensive tackle are D.J. Moore and Nick Miles. Cameron Miles is the offensive guard along with Chris Arita. El Newa is the starting center. Defensively for Southside, Devin Hubbard gets the start at defensive end Corey Chapman gets the start at defensive end along with Daquan Reed. At nose guard is Jamarion Fomby. At defensive tackle is Max Burney. The Mike linebacker is Jalen Lattimore. Will linebacker is DeAndre Coach. The Sam linebacker is Trevor Hapner. The free safety is Devontae Williams. The weak safety is Devontae Williams. The free safety is Dylan Jackson. At corners are Javonte Malone and Chory Jones. Meanwhile, Marcus White, Allen, and Devontae Alford are back to return the kickoff for Southside. Trent Ryder is the kicker for Snider. Ball on the tee. Toe just about to meet leather here at Spooler. And we are underway. It's fielded at the 5-yard line. That is Devontae Alford. Gets a returning lane off the outside. Alford out to the 40-yard line. Heck of a return by the Panthers. And they'll start with great field position. All the way out to the 41-yard line. And now we'll get our first look at that Southside offense, looking for an upset. As Demir Clark comes out to make his 4th start of the season. They'll be going against a Snider defense that has been very tough to move the ball against. I say tough to move the ball against. Concordia was able to move the ball against them last week, but Snider was able to make the stops when it counted most. Pulled out a close win against Carroll earlier this year, Snider did. They hand it off on first down, and straight ahead goes Manny Knight, and that is actually Jalen Lattimore in at quarterback. Clark was listed as the starter. My apologies there, folks. Like I said, Clark was listed as the starter on my depth chart, but it's Jalen Lattimore getting the start at QB. Two backs in the backfield for the Panthers, or for the Archers, I beg your pardon. And they will run it again, but right there in the backfield to make the tackle is Janini Belizaire. He's one of the top tacklers for this Panthers defense. It was a loss of 4 on the play after a big return. It was a 35-yard return that set up the Archers at the 40-yard line, but now here they are with a 3rd and 12 back at their own 39. Lattimore looks to throw, running out of time, now takes off and runs right into a defender down at the 43-yard line. That was Dominic Moon who made the tackle. And that's going to make it 4th down and about 7, so a punting situation coming up for the Southside Archers. Well, like I said, a 35-yard kickoff return got this drive started, but the Snider defense rises to the occasion and gets the stop. Trevor Hapner back to kick it off. Alonzo Derrick, one of the deep men back for Snider. He had a punt return for a touchdown last week. Jay-Sean Lattimore back with him, but Derrick will call the fair catch at the 25-yard line.
31-yard punt, number 9, Hapner, no return, 1st and 10, Panthers.
So we will get our first look at this Snider offense. Defense forces a 3 and out. John Barnes is the senior quarterback getting the start. Lenny Bennett is the starting running back. He took the place of Anias Lockett, the leading rusher on last year's team. Bennett, a senior himself, and he is the leading rusher right now for this Panthers team. Now, don't be surprised if the Panthers also utilize the likes of Chance Collier and Cameron Trotter. Collier had a 98-yard performance in a 1-point win against Carroll. They set up the screen to start it out, and it's incomplete. A low pass intended for Dylan Duff. We're already getting a chance of I believe that we will win, which I think that originated in the sport of soccer, though I'm not 100% certain. Back when I was a sports anchor in Minnesota, I heard that phrase everywhere. I should say chant. This will be 2nd down and 10. Alonzo Derrick goes in motion. The handoff goes to Lenny Bennett, cuts it upfield, finds a lane out across the 35. That should be enough for the 1st down. It's a gain of 11. Javante Malone in on the tackle for Southside. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first year that Spooler Stadium has used field turf. Had a grass surface last year. Of course, Spooler is shared by both Snider and Northrop. Barnes back to throw, going downfield. High throw, incomplete, through the hands of Dylan Duff. And that's going to make it 2nd down. So far, 2 pass plays that Snider has not been able to hit. There's a lot of football left to be played, though. Handoff. They fake it to Bennett, and there's Barnes on the keeper, but the Archers are not fooled. A good open field tackle. Number 2 for the Archers, Javarius Jones, makes the tackle, and now it's 3rd and long. As Snider moves guys around, and so does Southside. Snider's defense forced a 3-and-out on Southside's last possession. This will not be a 3-and-out. Snider's already converted a first down. Barnes to throw, out on the flat, that's complete. Close to the first down, broken tackle, it will be a first down. J.D. Wells. And with that, the Panthers come up with a first down on a 3rd and long. Snap to Barnes. He throws to the sideline. That's complete. And a short gain for Drew Sims. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 3 after the completion. Alonzo Derrick going in motion. The snap to Barnes. He throws out in the flat. The pass is incomplete off the hands of Dylan Duff. So after converting on a 3rd and 10 moments ago, the Panthers now faced with a 3rd and 2. They hand it off to Bennett, breaks one tackle, gets the first down. Good, tough run by Lenny Bennett. Well, that's the second 3rd down conversion of this possession for the Panthers. This time on 3rd and short, but it was not easy. Drew Sims, the man in motion. Barnes back to throw, going to the sideline, and the pass is caught along the sideline. Alonzo Derrick cuts to the inside. He's inside the 15-yard line. And it's going to be first down for the Panthers inside the red zone. First red zone possession of the game for either team, and the handoff here will go to Lenny Bennett, trying to bounce it to the outside. Lunges ahead and is short of the goal line, down at about the 2. Had 2 3rd down conversions here on this possession for the Panthers. One on 3rd and 10 and one on 3rd and 2. Now they've got 2nd and 1, it looks like. Panthers can reach the 2-yard line to convert a first down. And now they're saying first down. He did pick up the first. Fake the handoff, throw to the end zone, incomplete. That was behind the intended receiver, Drew Sims. And that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line, and they will go back to the ground with Lenny Bennett. Touchdown. Lenny Bennett. He converted a 3rd down and then punched it in for 6. Lenny Bennett, the leading rusher on the season for this Snider team, and now we will get the extra point in just a moment. Trent Ryder to kick. They get it down. The kick on the way. It's good. So that makes it 7-0 Panthers with the lead. We'll be back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Well, back here at Spooler Stadium, the kickoff goes out of bounds, so Southside will get great field position to start this next drive. Snider scoring the touchdown on the previous drive thanks to Lenny Bennett. Now, this was what happened on the few plays before the touchdown. Our replay is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This is John Barnes on third and 8, completing to J.D. Wells. He breaks a tackle, good second effort, gets him the first down. And there was another third down conversion on that particular drive, 2 other third down conversions actually, that we will get to in just a moment as Southside is just about ready to take, well, they have taken the field. They're just about ready to take the snap on their second possession of this game. Jalen Lattimore in at quarterback for his second series. He gets the start tonight. It had been Demir Clark getting the start for the Archers in recent weeks. Demir Clark got some playing experience last year with Jackson, and the ball gets away. Lattimore trying to fall on it. I think he did. And he did, way back at the 15-yard line. A huge loss. Didn't really finish that thought there. I was saying that Demir Clark split snaps with Omar Jackson, who's since graduated. And meanwhile, here's another one of those third down conversions that Snider had on their last drive that we'll show you. Lenny Bennett able to break one tackle, would have been a short gain, but able to pick up the first down after a good second effort. And Lenny Bennett did more on that drive, which we will show you in a moment. Our replays, as always, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Lattimore back to throw and taken down. Giannini Belizaire. That's his second sack of the season. He led this team in sacks last year. And he was in the backfield right away. This is 3rd and a mile. Make it 3rd and 37. I used to play a game called NFL Blitz when I was growing up. First down was usually 1st and 30. This is more than that. Lattimore hands it off. Good cut by DeAndre Coate. Check that Manny Knight, and he gets it out across the 10-yard line. Well, we'll show you another one of those replays from earlier. This was the touchdown that Lenny Bennett scored, and this was on another third down. Lenny Bennett taking it straight ahead. That's 3 third down conversions in one possession. That one on 3rd and goal, and Snider takes the 6-0 lead. Hapner back to punt it away. They get pressure. Hapner gets it away, but it's a short kick, and it will go out of bounds. A drive that started at the 35-yard line stalls, and now Snider will start from right about the south side 35-yard line. Up looks like they're going to start further up. Going to start at the 31-yard line instead. Well, we'll show you the sack on that last play on this Traction Athletic Performance replay. Giannini Belizaire did not take long to get in the backfield. He was the first to get there, got actually a little help from some of his teammates. Number 44, Javon Franklin, in on the tackle for the Panthers as they set up at the 31-yard line in Southside territory. Snider looking to go to 4-0 on the year, and they got a big game coming up next week. That's against the Homestead the Homestead Spartans. Handoff will go to Alonzo Derrick on the jet sweep. Cuts it upfield. Bouncing to the outside. Derrick able to keep control of the ball. As a defender was going for that one, I think that was number 22, Daquan Reed, who was trying to strip it out. It's a 7-yard gain when all's said and done for Alonzo Derrick. He scored a touchdown on a reverse in the opener against Northside. And speaking of Homestead, they're playing in a huge game tonight against Bishop Dellinger. Barnes back to throw. Wants a downfield shot to the end zone. Incomplete. Right through the hands of Alonzo Derrick. A little bit beyond his fingertips, as that'll bring up another third down. This one 3rd and 3. The Panthers 3 for 3 on third down so far. One of those third down conversions was a touchdown. This will be 3rd and 3. And they got a couple of big receivers on either side of the field. Dylan Duff is one of them, Drew Sims the other one, but they'll put it on the ground, and Lenny Bennett picks up the first down and then some. Another third down conversion for the Panthers. They have been money on that down. Some coaches refer to third down as the money down. And I'm not sure if Kurt Tippmann's adopted that philosophy for his defense. I'm not sure if Roosevelt Norfleet has adopted it for his defense. Kurt Tippmann's team's on offense, of course, but either way, the Panthers able to pick it up. Quick throw, and that is incomplete. Jarred loose at the last second by number 5, Javante Malone. The pass intended for Drew Sims. Sims also a member of the Snider basketball team, coached by Jeremy Roach. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Back to the ground they go. And that's Bennett again, strung out and taken down back at the 18-yard line. Devontae Williams with the tackle for Southside. And it's going to be 3rd and 11. Snider has been solid on third downs, but this is their longest third down of the game. They'll fake the handoff. They get pressure. Pass out in the flat, complete to Wells. Trying to break it to the outside, and he's run into by several Southside defenders. And the Southside defense will hold the Panthers to a field goal, barring a 4th down attempt. Or a fake, perhaps. Well, we'll see what happens, as I believe it'll be Trent Ryder out to kick. Yes, it is Trent Ryder on to kick. Trying to make this a 10-0 Snider lead. They get it down. The kick on its way. It is no good. So the Southside defense gets a much-needed stop. And the downside for Southside is while they've started in great field position, they've not been able to move the ball very well. Now they're not starting in great field position. They will start at the 20-yard line, which is, I believe, about the spot where the ball was kicked. As Lattimore goes from the shotgun. They send a man in motion. And a mix-up in the backfield. Lattimore keeps it and runs into a defender. Kayvon Spencer with the tackle for Snider. Well, look at our Traction AP replay from moments ago. This was the hit that jarred the ball loose. Throw out to Drew Sims, and a good hit that was by Javante Malone. Defensively for the Snider, or the Southside Archers. The fact that both these teams' school names start with the letter S is that's the only thing that's throwing me here. That was a loss of 5 on the last play. 2nd down and 15. Malone back to throw. Across the middle, incomplete, nearly intercepted. Nick Peasley got a hand on that one. So with that, it's a 3rd and 15 for the Southside Archers. They've gone 3 and out on their first 2 possessions, trying to avoid a similar fate here. The difference between this drive and the last couple of drives, the starting field position was not as great. Started the last drive from the 35, started the first drive from the 40. This is a tough Snider defense. Out in the flat, the pass is caught, but an immediate open field tackle. Another saying incomplete. And that was jarred loose by Kayvon Spencer. A deflection and a tackle for loss on this drive for Spencer. So Southside will be forced to punt. Alonzo, Derrick, and Jay-Sean Underwood will be back to return it. This is Trevor Hapner on to punt it away. The kick on the way, returnable. Nope, it actually goes over the head of Derrick, and now he's just going to let it go as it takes a Southside bounce all the way back to the 31-yard line, and that's where Snider will start this drive. And before they do, we will come back after this break. You're watching SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect.
Back here at Spooler Stadium, that's Cameron Trotter getting the handoff for the Snider Panthers. That's his first carry of the game. It had been Lenny Bennett who'd been getting the bulk of the carries in this first half. And whistles blow here, and we'll see there might be a penalty. Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter. We are just about ready for the second here at Spooler Stadium. Back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of High School Football on SummitCitySports.com. Snider leads Southside by a score of 7-0. As we begin the second quarter from Spooler Stadium, we are on the campus of Northrop High School. Of course, Northrop and Snider share this stadium. Panthers have been playing football for 55 years, and it's been a very successful 55 years of football for the Panthers. They've won 2 state championships in that span. And last year they were the only team to beat Bishop Dellinger. That was on the road. Little mix-up there on the exchange. Barnes, did he fall on top of it? I think so. That's back at the original line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. Nope, they're going to mark that at the 32. That's going to make it 3rd down and 9. Well, that is a mistake that no coach wants to see happen. And it will be 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. They've been solid on 3rd down. As Barnes goes back to throw, running out of time, gets it away, and the pass is caught. Dylan Duff into Southside territory. Another 3rd down conversion for the Panthers. I believe that's Duff's first catch of the game, and we get a timeout meanwhile. I think this is an official's timeout. Yep, that's Manny Knight who's walking off the field. They'll be looked at briefly, and just a moment we'll show you the replay of that last 3rd down conversion, as Snider has been extremely solid in those situations tonight. As the sun begins to go down, Derek goes in motion, and the handoff will go to Trotter inside the 40. Still going is Trotter. A good hard run out across the 30. Plenty for the 1st down. That's about 17 yards on the carry for Trotter. I believe that's his 2nd carry of the ball game. And now here is that last replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. John Barnes feeling the pressure, and right across the middle, that was Dylan Duff, the big 6'4" wideout. Also a member of the basketball team. And we get a timeout here on the field. We'll take one right with them. Back in a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Back here at Spooler Stadium, Snider leads at 7-0. They're on the move, and that's Trotter cutting it upfield. Cameron Trotter with an alley toward the goal line, reaching across, touchdown! Cameron Trotter with his first touchdown of the night, and Snider has both of their touchdowns on the ground. And that, I believe, was a 27-yard run by Trotter. Make that a 29-yard run by Cameron Trotter. It just did reach it across as Trent Ryder comes out to kick, and his extra point is good. And with that, Snider takes a 14-0 lead. We'll be back after this on Summit City Sports.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th.
Apologies there, folks. That kickoff returned out to the 25-yard line. Just joining us, 2 rushing touchdowns for Snider in the game so far. One for Lenny Bennett and the last one for Cameron Trotter. We've got 10:37 to go here in the second quarter. That Cameron Trotter touchdown we can show you right now. Our replay is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Check that. We'll show that to you in just a moment as Southside is just about ready to run their first play of this drive. That, by the way, was the second rushing touchdown of the season for Cameron Trotter. Lenny Bennett now has 4 after he scored earlier tonight. They'll run this one with Dylan Jackson off the right side. Check that. That's actually number 21, Andrew Moore. And now we will show you that replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. A couple of good cuts as you see Trotter start to the right side, then cut back to the left. And it looks like he did just reach the ball across for the 28-yard touchdown run. As Lattimore goes under center here for the Southside Archers, trailing 14-0 against Snider. Back to the ground they go. Moore again wrestled down. That was Javon Franklin. And it's going to be 3rd down for the Southside Archers. Southside has yet to convert on a 3rd down today. This is 3rd and 6. Gone 3 and out every time they've had the ball, and that's a good credit to Snider's defense. They are one of the more solid defensive teams in the league as a throw out on the flat is complete, but short of the first down. Javarius Jones, the receiver there. And it's going to be 4th and 2, and we'll see if Southside decides to go for it. They're down 2 scores here in the second quarter with under 9 minutes to go, and it looks like they will bring out the punt team. Well, Trevor Hapner has been very busy today as he waits to punt it back to Jayshon Lattimore and Alonzo Derrick. A low kick, short kick as well, takes a south side bounce, and Derrick will just let it roll dead at about the 32-yard line where it's downed by Andrew Moore, and that's where Snider will take over for their 3rd offensive possession of the game. Scored on their first possession, then had a missed field goal on their second.
32-yard punt by Hapner, no return. 1st and 10, Panthers from their own 32-yard line.
And then on the 3rd possession was when Cameron Trotter took it in from 29 yards out. And it'll be Bennett again on the ground. Snider has used several different running backs in their scheme, and last week, Dellinger, when they played at Southside, they used several different backs as well. Barnes going across the middle, pass is caught, 1st down and more, and a big gainer, but running into his own guy is the Southside wide receiver. That was Adorian Rogers with the catch. And a huge pass play there on 1st down, the biggest pass play of the game for the Panthers. They fake the handoff and throw the screen to the far side to Duff. And Duff is inside the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain as the Panthers now opening up the passing game, and you can do that when you're running the ball well. But they have thrown early in series a couple of times here in this game. Lenny Bennett in the backfield. Low snap. Barnes picks it up. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down right at the line. That was number 52 for Southside. That's Devontae Malone. Not to be confused with Javonte Malone. It's Devontae, a nose tackle and a center. Javonte being a running back and a corner. This is 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers. Check that, it's 3rd and 4. And they will go to the ground. Lenny Bennett, the hole opens up, and he's got it. Another 3rd down conversion for the Panthers. They continue to move the ball very well, especially on 3rd down. Back to throw is Barnes, rolling to the outside. Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete. There is a flag on the play. We'll see what this one is. It's going to be holding against the Panthers. So I'll mark it off 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Not very many penalties tonight. In fact, I believe that's the first, check that, the second penalty that's been called. Technically the first penalty was the kickoff that went out of bounds. And actually the penalty was a legal man downfield against Snider. It's going to be 1st and 15. They fake the handoff, and no, they do give it off. That's Lenny Bennett getting the handoff as he takes it down inside the 15-yard line, getting back the yardage lost on the penalty. Bennett has been the workhorse in this game. He leads the team in rushing yards with over 300 on the season. Already has a touchdown today, and I believe he has 3 third down conversions. The third down efficiency has been the story of the game for the Panthers as Bennett takes it straight ahead, lunging forward down to about the 6, and that may be enough to move the chains. Marcus White Allen made the tackle, and it looks like he did not get the first down. Now they're saying he did get the first down. Well, the chain gang was showing 3rd and inches, but the officials just signaled it was a first down. So 1st and goal from the 6. And the handoff goes to Bennett, breaks a tackle, touchdown. Lenny Bennett back-to-back carries. He gets rewarded with the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the game. This is Trent Ryder to kick the extra point. They get the snap down. The kick is up and good. So Snider up 21-0 over the Southside Archers. They have scored on 3 of their 4 possessions so far, and the biggest story of the game has been the third down efficiency. More on that in a moment as Kurt Tippmann claps his team up there on the sideline. But meanwhile, we will show you that last touchdown. This replay brought to you by Traction AP. Lenny Bennett able to get to the second level. Looked like there wasn't going to be much there, actually, but Bennett, a good, tough run, gets him into the end zone. That's been the case a lot of times. These Southside defenders have they've been getting into the lanes, but the running back's still able to get to the second level and pick up quality yardage. And there, more than just yardage was what Lenny Bennett got. As Trent Ryder gets set to kick it away. A very short kick, return from the 16-yard line. And cutting it to the outside with room to run, a broken tackle by Devontae Alford, and he takes it all the way across the 50-yard line. A 37-yard return by Alford. And with that, that's the third time today that Southside has started inside Panther territory. Actually, it's the second time it's the first time they've started inside Panther territory, but they've had several drives that have started with great field position. They fake the handoff. That's Lattimore going down in the backfield. Well, they've started with great field position, but the offense hasn't been able to do much since then. Dominic Moon with the tackle. Now, here is the replay of the last kickoff return. Short, very returnable kick that Alford was able to take it off the left side. A couple of broken tackles. That's a good, tough run by Alford, a senior listed as a wide receiver on this roster. And it'll be second down and 12. Snap to Lattimore, taking it to the outside. Quarterback keeper all the way. Might have gotten back one of the yardage loss, but not much more, as Kayvon Spencer makes the tackle. Kayvon Spencer has been all over the field, it seems like. Good open field tackles. He's broken up a pass. And with 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter, it's 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. They have yet to convert on a third down today. I don't believe they have any first downs yet, as pass is thrown out in the flat, complete. That's Javarius Jones getting it across the 45-yard line, well short of the first down. And now with Southside being in Snider territory, we'll see if they pull the trigger and go for it. Looks like they will. Lattimore going to the sideline to get the play call. And yes, Southside looks like they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 4. They have not yet picked up a first down. They need to get points out of this possession. And they're moving the ball up, it looks like. I did not see a flag thrown. Apparently it was a personal foul against the Panthers. I did not see a flag thrown. Would have been after the play was over. But either way, it's a first down for Southside. They keep the drive going. They fake tonight, running out of time is Lattimore, and he's taken down, and that's the second sack of the game by Janini Belizaire. Had a sack back in the first quarter. He was the leader in sacks for Snider a year ago. Came into this game, I believe, with 1 sack on the season. And now has 2 on the night. Lattimore fakes, rolling to his left, throwing on the run behind the intended receiver. I think that was Hapner. And it was Hapner who was the intended receiver. So it'll be 3rd down and 16. And why is it 3rd down and 16? Well, largely because of the play that happened moments ago. Janini Belizaire with the sack, which we'll show that to you here on our Traction AP replay. Belizaire almost unblocked, gets to the quarterback. That was just about the case on the first sack he got this game. Lattimore rolling to his left, gets some pressure. Throwing on the run, the pass is bobbled and dropped. Devontae Alford, and he knows he should have had that one. Might have been a little bit behind him, but definitely a catchable ball. If he catches that thing and turns it upfield, you're probably looking at 6 points. You're definitely looking at a first down. But instead, it's 4th and 16, and looks like the Panthers are going to go for it. Not really in any position to punt here. But it looks like they're not going to try their hand at a field goal either. Snap to Lattimore. He pumps. Runs out of time. Belizaire there again. Gets it away. Dangerously thrown, and it's incomplete. Kayvon Spencer, Cameron Trotter, and Jayshon Underwood were in the area of where that ball was thrown, and the Panthers will take over on downs. With 3:09 to go, they can add to their lead. Well, Southside had a solid drive going, at least as far as they had a first down conversion in this drive. I don't believe they had one of those, but that conversion was via penalty. Cameron Trotter in at tailback. He has a touchdown today. Lenny Bennett gets a bulk of the carries, especially early in the game, as they throw the quick completion out on the flat to number 83. That is Santiago Ortiz, and he's got enough for the first down. Santiago Ortiz, a 5'8" sophomore wide receiver. For some reason, whenever you have a number 80 or higher, it always makes you look like a big target, even if you're not. As Barnes goes back to throw, going downfield, knocked away. Trevor Hapner with a play on the ball. Did a good job cutting in front of the wide receiver. That was intended for J.D. Wells, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Well, the last couple of drives, we've seen Snider come out throwing the football. They've got a very solid quarterback, solid and experienced quarterback in John Barnes. He's a senior returning starter from last year. Guy that Kurt Tippmann has had a lot of high praise for. And they hand it off the left side to Trotter. Lowers the boom across the 50-yard line, and I guess the elbow must have gone down. They call him down on the hit by Devontae Williams at the 50-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. And another 3rd down coming up. It's been a question of who can convert on 3rd downs, and Snider certainly has. Can they do it again? Movement up front, and flags come in. We'll see who moved first. I believe they are going to call it encroachment, so it will be a first down for the Panthers on what was 3rd and 4. And the ball is moved up to the 45-yard line. Trotter remains in the backfield. He'll get the handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside. Nice cut by Trotter, trying to get to the open field. All the way out to the 25. He got about 20 on that carry. And Cameron Trotter able to create space when it seemed like there might not be any. They fake the handoff. Barnes gets it away amidst pressure, but that's well beyond the reach of Derrick, and that easily could have been picked off. I think that was Coach back there in coverage, DeAndre Coach. Would have been a huge stop for Snider. Now here's the last run by Cameron Trotter. He's pursued well in the backfield, but a nice cut, a couple of them, as he gets away from a couple of defenders and gets 19 yards out of that. And meanwhile, it's Lenny Bennett bouncing to the outside. Can he finish? All the way down to the 15. Bennett lowering the boom. As Bennett gives a bit of a breather to Trotter, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers. Bennett remains in the game at tailback. And he'll get the handoff, trying to stretch it outside, brought down after about a 2-yard gain, maybe 3. Tackle made by number 56 for Southside. That is Max Burney. Handoff goes to Bennett off the left side. He's in. Touchdown. And the Panthers take a 4-score lead here at Spooler Stadium. So run off the left side. I think it was a stretch play, if I'm not mistaken, by Lenny Bennett. He gets his 3rd touchdown of the evening. He came into play with 3 of them. Kick on the way by Ryder. It's good. All 4 touchdowns for Snider coming on the ground as Lenny Bennett gets his 3rd of the game. He and Cameron Trotter have both found the end zone tonight. Now, Snider's got a big game coming up next week, but they're not looking ahead to that one. They're out to a 28-0 lead as we take a look at our Traction Athletic Performance replay. A big hole opened up off the left side there for Lenny Bennett, and he takes it to the house. A 5-yard touchdown run. And now Snider set to kick it away. Back to receive are Javante Malone and I believe Dylan Jackson back there as well. Check that. Javante Alford is back there to return along with Malone. That's a very short kick. Returnable again, taken from the 18-yard line. It's Malone on the return. He had a big one earlier and gets it out to the 37. Tackle made by number 29, Brock Widman. And a minute, 2 seconds to go. Can Southside put something on the board before halftime? They've got time to do it. We've seen Southside try to establish the run and haven't had much luck in the passing game. Lattimore's been sacked twice today, both by the same guy. He hands that one off the left side to Moore, and Andrew Moore gets it out to about the 39-yard line. I mentioned he was sacked by the same guy. That was Janini Belizaire who got him both times. Well, we're here at Spooler Stadium. It's a home game for Snider. Of course, we're on the Northrop High School campus, and here at the Northrop High School campus tomorrow will be the Northrop Cross Country Invitational. So it'll be a busy weekend here on campus as Lattimore fakes the handoff, throws it out in the flat. That's complete, and Knight gets upended by Cameron Trotter. Heck of a defensive play there by Trotter, and brings it to a 3rd down situation And again, third downs have been the difference in this ball game. Snider has converted on most of their third downs. Southside has struggled on third down. But now it looks like they're going to take it to halftime as the clock has run out. And the first half comes to an end here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. Of course, it is a home game for the Snider Panthers. They lead it 28-0 at the break. 28-0 in large part due to the Snider running game is the biggest reason, or is one of the big reasons why they have the lead tonight. There are other reasons which we will talk about in more detail as we continue on in this broadcast. But first, a word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Their specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral is needed, which saves you both time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. 28-0 in favor of the Snider Panthers. They lead Southside at halftime. We'll be back in just mere moments here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of high school football here on Summit City Sports. It is 28-0. Snider leads Southside at halftime here at Spooler Stadium. And we will get a word in from our sponsors in just a moment. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Parkview serves every level of athlete with their integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about their services by logging on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. 28-0 in favor of Snider. They lead Southside here at the break, and it's been largely the running game that has gotten the job done for Southside. 4 rushing touchdowns, all 4 of their touchdowns coming on the ground, 3 from Lenny Bennett and 1 from Cameron Trotter. Now, there are some other key factors in this game, but before we get to that, Score to update you on: Concordia leads Bishop Luers in the second quarter. Last we heard, it was 27-0. Concordia with the lead over there on the road. That's 2 1-2 teams going at it there on the campus of Bishop Luers. Now, one game that's we're still waiting to hear about a score from is between Homestead and Bishop Dellinger. Those are two undefeated teams going at it at Shields Field on the campus of Bishop Dellinger High School. We get a score on that, we will update you on it. But right now here at Spooler Stadium, 28-0 the score in Snider's favor. Back after this, we'll talk more about what has taken place here in the first half here on SummitCitySports.com after this break.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport 1 Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
We are at halftime here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School. Of course, it is a home game for the Snider Panthers. They share this stadium with Northrop High School, and Snider leads Southside by a score of 28-0 at halftime. Talk about what has been one of the keys to success for Snider in this game, but right now, another word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine is the area's largest integrated sports medicine team, specialized in serving every level of athlete, no matter if they're trying to get better at what they do or recovering from an injury. Their experts coordinate your care in state-of-the-art facilities in the community. To start your journey, visit Parkview Sports Medicine at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. That's parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Well, one of the keys to success for Snider today has been, or I should say one of the differences in this game, has been the third down efficiency. For Snider, they have converted all but one third down so far in this game. Southside has yet to convert a third down today. Now, a lot of that is a credit to Snider's defense. They've gotten pressure on the quarterback, but I'll give credit to Southside here, and Southside deserves credit in this regard. They have been able to get into the backfield and get opportunities to make stops in the running game. Snider heavily running the football very heavily. Southside has been in the backfield constantly, penetrating against that offensive line. What they've struggled to do is to get their hands on the running backs, and part of that is a credit to the running backs and their ability to cut away from defenders. Well, here's the most recent score that took place in the first half. It's our Traction Athletic Performance replay. This is Lenny Bennett, and that punched the score to 28-0 on that touchdown. That was Bennett's third touchdown of the ball game. And that's where we stand right now at 28-0. Bennett had a touchdown moments before that in the second quarter. 21 points scored in the second quarter by Snider, by the way. This was Bennett breaking a couple of tackles and getting in for 6. And that was his second touchdown of the ball game. Now, meanwhile, the one touchdown that Lenny Bennett did not score, that came early in the second quarter, and it was Cameron Trotter who got it into the end zone. Started to the right, then cut back to the left, and it turns out that was exactly what he needed to do to get the ball in the end zone. Just reached across there at the last second to give Snider the 14-0 lead, and now kind of working our way backwards here. But here's the first touchdown that Snider scored in this game. This was in the first quarter, the only point scored in the first quarter. And once again, it was Lenny Bennett. This was on 3rd and goal. And that was after the Panthers had converted 2 third downs already on that first drive. And that really, I guess you could say, set the tone for the Panthers. 2 third down conversions, one on 3rd and 8, one on 3rd and 2. And the Panthers now have a 28-0 lead. Well, the two teams looks like we'll get some extra time for warm-ups before the third quarter gets underway. So we'll be right back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Well, we are almost ready to start the second half here at Spooler Stadium. First, another word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. Parkview is the region's largest integrated sports medicine team. They provide athletes with specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, visit them on the web at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. That's parkviewsportsmedicine.com. We are about a minute away from kickoff for the second half here at Spooler Stadium between the Southside Archers and the Snider Panthers. Snider will get the ball to start the second half. They deferred the option to the second half on the opening kickoff as they look to go to 4-0 on the season, and they got a big game coming up next week against Homestead, but right now they're more focused on taking care of business against the Snider Panthers, and so far they have been very effective on third down. They've gotten to the quarterback twice. And right now, right here in front of us, had a little T-shirt toss. And, folks, how are they tossing those T-shirts? Well, they're using a little I don't know if we call it makeshift, but they're using a little slingshot to toss the shirts up into the crowd. And we got a lot of fans in pink shirts in front of us, and if I'm not mistaken, the reason for that is this is a Touchdowns Against Cancer game. Proceeds benefiting various organizations that fund cancer research. Touchdowns Against Cancer, one of the many efforts in this country in the ongoing effort to fight against breast cancer. Of course, I speak as someone who has lost a relative to breast cancer, and it's not just breast cancer, the fight against cancer as a whole. Many efforts, particularly in the area of high school sports, going on to fight against cancer. As the T-shirt toss continues on. And folks, it's not just the pink T-shirts that we're seeing here at Spooler Stadium. It's some of the kids who are shooting the T-shirts have some pink body paint that they're wearing. One of them in the shape of an up-pointed arrow pointed upward, that is. Another one in the shape of the letter N. Another one in the shape of I almost said tiger paw, more like a panther paw. But again, the Snider Panthers will get the ball to start this second half as Alonzo Derrick goes back to receive along with number 11, Tavarius Jones. Snider won the toss at the beginning of the game. They deferred to the second half, so they will receive to start this second half. And the second half begins. But whistles blow, and we may have a penalty. We've had very few of those today as it is. Not sure if Southside may have run across the line before the ball was kicked. Well, they're setting the ball right back at the 40-yard line, so that's nope, they're going to set it right back at the 35. So it is a penalty against Southside. I believe it's going to be a false start. $28-0 your score here at Spooler. Another kick by Hapner, and it's a short kick just across the 50-yard line. That's a live football, and I think Snider got it. So it'll be 1st and 10 from right at the 40 for Snider. It was Ely who recovered the ball for Snider. Panthers scored on all but one of their possessions in the first half. The only possession they did not score on was the second possession of the game, where they had a missed field goal to close out the drive. Handoff goes to Cameron Trotter. He cuts it upfield, picks up the first down, out to the 45-yard line. A good run to start things out for the Panthers as Cameron Trotter gets things started here in the second half. He and Lenny Bennett have been the workhorses in the ground game today for the Panthers. Barnes operating from the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, throws the screen behind Alonzo Derrick, and he does get away but loses his footing a little bit and loses about 5 on the play. Tackle made by number 14 for Southside. That is Jamon Wilson. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14. A loss of 4 on the play. I said 5. It was actually 4. With less than 12 minutes, should say just over 11 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Oh, a good run by Trotter, and he's got the first down. They lose yardage on first down. They get all the needed yardage on second down. It was a gain of about 16. Blitz shown. They throw it out in the flat, complete to Sims. Breaks one tackle, and I think he's got the first down. Good second effort by the mid 6'4" wideout, Drew Sims. That's back-to-back first down conversions. Trotter pounding his way ahead to about the 20-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain on the play. As they continue to use him in the ground game, it's been him and Lenny Bennett getting the bulk of the carries. Well, Bennett's gotten the bulk of the carries, but Trotter has been solid when Bennett has gotten his rest. Rolling to the right is Barnes. Throwing on the run, wide open man in the end zone. It is caught, a touchdown, Alonzo Derrick. Alonzo Derrick right along that sideline, able to haul it in.
Holding number 18, Jared Swanson, snapping number 54, Jacob Burton, taking number 96, Trent Ryder.
And that's going to be Trent Ryder on to kick the extra point. Kick on the way. It is good. And with that, Snider goes up 35-0. First touchdown pass of the game for John Barnes. And in case you're new to the state of Indiana and high school football in this state, when the score gets to 35 points or more, that is when the margin gets to 35 points or more, it goes to a running clock. And that's a new rule this year in the state of Indiana. Other states have already had that rule in place, but it's new to the state of Indiana. Now, the clock is stopped right now because of the scoring play. I believe it will be a running clock that goes into effect as soon as the ball is kicked off. I was at a game earlier this year between Concordia and Homestead where that one went to a running clock. Homestead went up 35-0 in the second half, and Concordia did score on the final play, but that was the only points they were able to muster. Trent Ryder to kick it away. Still loose. That's a live football. They got to pick it up. And they finally do, short of the 10-yard line. That's Alford trying to get away. Still on his feet. Alford gets out to the 24-yard line. Stop the 40. Let it run out. Did that when I was filming. I don't know why it does that. It shouldn't have run out. Apologies there, folks. Had a little technical issue to deal with. But anyway, we are back here at Spooler Stadium. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Southside Archers. They fake the handoff. That's Demir Clark in at quarterback. He tosses it over to Alford, and he's dropped behind the line. And again, we are in a running clock situation. This is going to be 3rd and 11. And it will be 3rd down and 11 as, again, Clark had been the starter for the first few games of the season. But Jalen Lattimore got the start tonight, and now Clark rolls to his left, looks to throw, does so out in the flat to Jones with defenders right in front of him, and he's going to be well short of the line to gain. Javarius Jones out to the 26-yard line. And it'll bring on a punting situation for Southside. Been punting quite a bit tonight as Jay-Sean Underwood and Alonzo Derrick go back to return it. Hapner gets the punt away. Returnable for Derrick, but he will make the fair catch at the 40 or the 37-yard line, I beg your pardon. And Snider will take over for their second offensive possession of the game. 4 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown in the game. John Barnes going out of the shotgun. He's got one touchdown pass in the game. That was here in the third quarter. Has been very effective. He's thrown for over 9 yards per completion, as we're going to get an encroachment penalty here against Southside. Penalties have been at a minimum, and that's one thing that both teams will certainly be happy about as they look at the film in the coming days. One thing that Southside will certainly appreciate is the third down efficiency that they have had tonight. Or, excuse me, Snider will appreciate that. Short throw dropped. Easily could have been caught. I think that was Duff. Number 24, yes, that was Duff. And it would have been enough for the first down had he made the catch. But instead, it's going to be 3rd and 5. Excuse me, 2nd and 5. Had the penalty just moments ago. Now for Snider, they'll look for better third down efficiency for Southside, they'll look for better third down efficiency in the weeks to come. They have yet to convert on one of those tonight. Handoff goes to Trotter, trying to bounce to the outside. Now cuts it upfield and has the first down. Trotter still on his feet. Out across the 30. Hog-tied at the 23-yard line. Another good run by Trotter. He was contacted by, it must have been 6 guys, 6 or 7 guys before he finally went down. Now, that's worth another look, which we will get after this next play. Our replays, of course, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. As Trotter is in the backfield again here on 1st and 10, just short of the red zone. He gets the call off the right side. Trotter lowers the boom on a guy and gets wrestled out of bounds at about the 12. That'll be enough for another first down. Cameron Trotter running hard tonight. And speaking of running hard, this was the running he did on the last play. Broke a tackle, another one just past the line of scrimmage. And nobody could get him down until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That was a great run by Cameron Trotter. 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Panthers. They fake the handoff. Barnes running out of time, throws toward the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown! Alonzo Derrick. Second touchdown of the night for Derrick. Second passing touchdown of the night for Barnes. And again, we are in a running clock situation. Extra point here by Ryder, and Trent Ryder pokes it through. Well, a score of 42-0 here at Spooler Stadium in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as we give you a look at our latest Traction AP replay. John Barnes, a roll out to the left, throw back to the middle, and threads the needle. He had a defender right there in coverage. That was Devontae Williams who had the coverage, but Barnes was able to find Derrick for the touchdown. Alonzo Derrick, who stands in at 5'6", 165 pounds. Not a tall guy, but a very sure-handed wide receiver. Very quick wide receiver as well. Ryder sends the kick away, returnable at the 10-yard line by Malone. Check that, it's Alford, number 10. He gets it across the 20 and gets wrestled down to the 22-yard line. Isaiah Maxwell in on the tackle for Snider. And the Archers, who started with great field position, particularly early in the game, but were not able to get much going offensively. Had some good returns in their special teams, but the offense not able to follow it up well as they bring back Jalen Lattimore into the game at quarterback after he got the last drive off with Demir Clark coming in at QB. They fake the handoff, and Lattimore trying to pound his way for extra yardage. He runs into a host of Snider Panthers. Got about 3, maybe 4. They'll give him 4. And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the run play. Actually, they gave it, going to call it a 5-yard gain. Mark it at the 27. Well, what lies ahead for these two teams? For Southside, they will go on the road to play Wayne. And for Snider, they will go on the road to play Homestead. The handoff goes to Manny Knight, trying to cut it upfield. Comes up a little bit short of the 30-yard line, a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And again, the words third down efficiency come to mind. Southside has struggled in 3rd down situations. Can they convert one here in the 3rd quarter? Coming up on a minute to play in the quarter. Lattimore fakes, running out of time, throws incomplete. There are a lot of black jerseys in the area, and it's going to be 4th down. Now we've got 30 seconds to go with the clock running. Again, it is a running clock situation. And it looks like Southside will punt it away. There's about a half-second differential between the play clock and the game clock. The game clock likely will end about a half a second before the play clock does. And that will take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Snider leads Southside by a score of 42-0. We'll be back for the 4th quarter after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursday.
Welcome back for the start of the 4th quarter here at Spooler Stadium. That punt sends Derrick back to his own 30-yard line. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they spot it. Looked like it went at about the 35. Going to mark it, looks like at the 33-yard line, so that is where Snider will start their first possession of the 4th quarter. It has been all Snider so far tonight. Had a touchdown in the 1st quarter, 21 points scored in the 2nd quarter, then 14 points scored in the 3rd. And it is, if I'm not mistaken, a touchdowns against cancer night, game where a lot of the fans are decked out in pink T-shirts. Of course, proceeds, if I'm not mistaken, from ticket sales and concession sales go to various efforts to fight against cancer in the ongoing fight against cancer. Run it off the left side does Snider. And that was number 27, Bryce Tyler White. An 8-yard gain there on 1st down, make it 2nd down and 2 as Snider looks to go to 4-0 on the season. They got a big game coming up next week. That's against Homestead. Homestead's playing Bishop Dwenger right now. hoping to get you a score to that game. Give goes to Tyler White again. This time he's dropped behind the line. In on the tackle for the Archers was number 60, Zion Davis. Meanwhile, in at quarterback for the Panthers, I believe that's Cameron Conley at quarterback. Another handoff close to the first down. Check that, Darren Swanson at quarterback. Carry there was, I think, Jonathan McCullough. Yes, that is Swanson at quarterback for Snider. As they get some of their starters onto the bench with the 42-0 lead, their starters have put in a very good game, particularly the running backs, Lenny Bennett and Cameron Trotter. It goes for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Coming onto the field is Carter Wortman at tight end. I believe that's Bruce Tyler White back in there again at tailback for the Panthers. Blitz shown by the Archers. They hand it off to Tyler White, and did he lose the football? No, I think he just got stacked up and dropped after a gain of about 2. And that was Tyler White getting the handoff. And that will bring up, well, that should be 4th down. Sticks still show 3rd down. And it will be 3rd and 7. Swanson rolls, running out of time, throws on the run, pass is caught, close to the first down. I don't think he got it, though. Jordan Chevalier with the catch. I believe he's number 89. I believe that was the jersey worn by former Panthers tight end Simon Dellinger. Simon Dellinger, the son of our very own Ryan Dellinger, broadcasts a lot of these games for Summit City Sports. And Ryan Dellinger, he's the head baseball coach at Southside. There's a 1st down run for the Panthers. He coaches baseball at Southside. His son played for Snider, so maybe a little bit of, well, if Simon were playing in this game, maybe a bit of dual allegiance for Ryan. I think he's traveling right now, so we'd have to ask him about that when he gets back. Traveling in my home state of Florida, last I heard. Swanson back in the shotgun. He hands it off. Not much doing there. A good tackle right at the point of attack. And that's Trevor Hapner with the tackle. And now Tyler White will come back into the game. Well, Snider about to go to 4-0 on the season. They'll have a big battle against Homestead next week on the road. Southside will take on Wayne as Tyler White gets upended after about a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Javarius Jones. And it'll be 3rd and 5. And this is an area where Snider has excelled tonight, is on 3rd downs. They'll try and see if the backups can carry that on. Bruce Tyler White still in the backfield. They fake it to him. Swanson looking to throw, running out of time, and he's going to get spun down. I think that was Hapner again, and it was Hapner. Mr. Do-Everything for the Southside Archers. He's the punter. He's defensive end, middle linebacker, plays fullback as well. And the Panthers are going to punt it away with less than 6 minutes to play in regulation. Snider with a 42-0 lead. We do have a running clock right now. And a player late getting on. That's Cameron Trotter, who's had an otherwise very nice night. Bit of a high snap. Little rugby-style punt. And it is down right at the 5-yard line by number 11, Tavarius Jones. And that's where you can get confused in this game. You've got Tavarius Jones playing for Snider and Javarius Jones playing for Southside. One whose name starts with a T, the other one's name starts with a J. That's the only difference between their names. You can tell them apart on the field because they're obviously wearing very different jerseys. Kind of like Rondé and Tiki Barber back in the early 2000s. Rondé Barber, a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tiki, of course, was the running back for the New York Giants. They have both since retired. I believe Rondé is working as a Fox NFL analyst alongside veteran commentator Kenny Albert. I believe that's Jalen Lattimore back in at quarterback. He hands it off and out across the 10-yard line. Carrying the ball there was number 31, Ashton Johnson. Tackle was made by Jacob Stetka. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after that run. Handoff off the left side, and that's going to be close to the 1st down, I think. That was number 21, Andrew Moore Jr. getting the handoff for Southside. And it will be, that was not close to the 1st down. This is going to be 3rd and 3. Less than 3 minutes to go. Clock is still running. It's been a running clock since Snider got the first touchdown of the second half. Alonzo Derrick catching that touchdown pass. And they run it off the left side with Knight. And Knight is stacked up and dropped behind the line. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And we'll see if Southside decides to go for this just to try and get a 1st down conversion before the game ends. Nope, they're going to punt it away. They bring on the punting unit. And if you're Snider, you're probably looking at maybe running 1 or 2 more plays before you have your quarterback come in and take a knee. Jayshon Underwood and Alonzo Derrick back to return as Hapner stands in his own end zone. Gets some pressure, and it's a very short kick. Was that touched by Snider? It's picked up, it looks like, by Snider. That's Tavarius Jones. And it was Jones who got the recovery. So Snider will take advantage. The only thing that's throwing me there is the fact that both these teams' names start with the same letter. The schools do, that is. Be like if Northrop and Northside were playing each other. Oh, we've just got an update from Homestead versus Dellinger. Homestead leads that one 14-8 over at Shields Field. And now they will have, I think that's number 13, Cameron Conley, taking a knee. It was Conley. And he'll probably just do that 1 or 2 more times before this game comes to an end. That Dellinger team, they're 3-0 coming into play tonight. Had a come-from-behind win against Homestead last year over at Homestead High School. They'll be playing Snider here on October 11th. Snider was the only team to beat Dellinger last year en route to the Saints state championship. That's something they're certainly happy with, but one thing that you ask the players, they want to win state. Beating Dellinger for them is certainly a big thing, but they want to win state as the final knee has been taken, and now the play clock is pretty much moot point. There's only 17 seconds. Check that, it's down to 10 seconds on the game clock, and that will run out, and Snider will go to 4-0 on the season. And there is the final buzzer, all zeros on the clock, 42-0 your final. So the Snider Panthers a winner on their home field tonight over the Archers of Southside. Well, we'll be right back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to this edition of high school football on Summit City Sports. It has gone final here at Spooler Stadium. Snider wins it 42-0 over Southside. They go to 4-0 on the year. Get in one final word from our sponsors before we recap what has taken place here at Spooler so far tonight. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana at 46805. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 400 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving food consistently since 1973. Their recipes use only the best fresh ingredients. They are family-owned, and they pride themselves on great quality. For more information, go to elaztecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning to provide you with a system and a solution that fits your unique needs. Well, the final score from here at Snider High School is 42-0. Snider a victor tonight. They got 4 rushing touchdowns, 3 from Lenny Bennett, 1 from Cameron Trotter, 2 touchdown passes in the second half from John Barnes Jr., both of them going in the direction of Alonzo Derrick. And the third down efficiency was a big factor in this game. Snider converted, I believe, all but one of their third downs, that is, at least with the starters in. All but 3 of their first downs overall they converted. Southside was not able to convert on any third downs in this game, and it was Snider who gets the victory. Again, a final score there, 42-0. And last we heard, it was 14-8, Homestead leading Dellinger over at Shields Field. Meanwhile, another game going on in the Summit Athletic Conference. Concordia leads Bishop Luers 35-14. That game is in the third quarter. And again, here at Spooler Stadium, Snider is your winner, 42-0 over Southside. That's going to do it from here at Spooler Stadium. For everyone at Summit City Sports, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Spooler.